All right, so literary terms or literary devices. These are what we are going to use when putting together our high quality literary analysis essay. And the first one we're going to talk about is simile. And this is a comparison between two things using like or as. And it comes up a lot. One of them is in a Robert Burns poem. Here is the example. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. That is the first comparison. If you pay attention, you listen, you're reading, you're studying the material, and you're curious, right, that you're probably going to pick up a lot of this. And I will reiterate that most poets and most authors, especially stuff that you're going to be learning about in middle school and definitely in high school and college, you will feel these themes, tone, and the topics and the thesis statements that you will create will most likely be very obvious, and there's going to be lots and lots of evidence that supports what you're going to be talking about in these essays. So here, the first simile is my love, the speaker of this poem, and then a red, red rose, the rose. So the rose and love are connected. It's a comparison using like or as. So that it's newly sprung in June. It sort of connects that my love is new, that my love is sort of fresh. Maybe they just met, or maybe they just fell in love and they have a relationship, an exclusive relationship. Oh, my love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. So my love, again, it could be the love from my heart, from the speaker of this Robert Burns poem, and that is connected to or compared to the melody, right? The melody that's sweetly played in tune. What could it also be? It's probably the speaker's love, like the speaker's love that he or she feels for his or her love or his or her partner. But it could be my love. It could be the other person, right? So it could be a boyfriend talking about his new girlfriend. There are two similes here. It's my love, and then red, red rose, and then my love, and then the melody that's sweetly played in tune. Obviously, this is positive. This is very sort of effusive. It's very connective between whoever the speaker is referring to. And who is my love, or what is my love? Again, you're probably going to have to read the whole poem and pick it apart to realize, is my love the partner, or is it the love emanating from the poem's speaker's heart? It could be both. When you read the whole poem, you could realize, oh, this is a double entendre. Now, double entendre we're going to go over as a different literary term or a literary device in a future video, but this is simile. These are two classic examples, and they come up a lot, and I think they make literature much more interesting. And this is what we're going to choose when we're writing an essay. Ultimately, what helps us to shape that essay is picking the literary devices. You're probably not going to pick 7 or 8, but maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. A low number of literary devices, because you're going to have plenty of examples, probably. Robert Burns uses simile, comma, metaphor, comma, allegory to show XYZ, to illustrate ABC. Okay, so example number 2. If it's rude and boisterous, that's probably what's called personification. Now again, we'll talk about personification in another video. So, and it pricks like thorn. So again, we're comparing, rather, love and a thorn. So a thorn from a rose. Right? Every rose has its thorn, and it pricks like thorn. So that is our comparison. And so what's great about it is it just enriches the language. The author could write, love hurts. Love is terrific when it's reciprocated, and if it's not reciprocated, it can prick like thorn. Or maybe if two people love each other, but they get into a big fight, then it feels worse than if it was just some random person at the gas station, because it's someone that you really love. And this is from Shakespeare play. You just want to keep in mind that there are these literary devices that every author, every great author, but most authors, I would say, who are published and who are definitely the authors who are in the canon, there's a reason why they're in that canon. And it's because they use these literary devices effectively to create this rich language and really create poetry. If you can fall in love with words and language, then you could really fall in love with poetry. You might read a poem and only understand 80% of sort of what's happening, or 80% of the words, maybe 95% of the words. It's just, you have to work. But just remember, simile is a comparison using like or as, and here are some similes from a Robert Burns poem and a Shakespeare play.